starring William Conrad. Cannon.
Starring William Conrad.
Tonight's episode,
Star,
Running to the Box of Fudge.
Special guest star, Donna Winter.
Tonight's episode,
Catch Me If You Can.
Not a problem. For you youngsters out there in the audience, Google William Conrad. How ironic or ironical. Catch Me If You Can. That's the episode of the William Conrad program. Cannon. You can catch him all right. Granny with a walker wheeling an oxygen tank can catch William Conrad. And that little snub-nosed thing that his little paw, I wouldn't call it a hand, that his paw is embracing. Geesh. But then again, you can probably pump a few in old William Conrad and they just walk around for a while. He was a large individual. Cannon. Corey Johnson with you on a Monday. Yeah, you right. What's happening in New Orleans? Metro area, southern Louisiana, Cajun country. What up on the North Shore? Trey Yen country. Southern Mississippi, are you waiting for first-class high-end dining coming to the coast? That's right, Bucky's coming soon. Are y'all getting ready for that? I think a lot of Mississippi folks are going to freak about Bucky's. That Bucky's on that Menge exit of I-10 is going to slaughter it. I got a little Bucky's the Beaver story. That Beaver had all his stores in Louisiana, in Texas, not a single one outside of the Lone Star State. The first Bucky's scheduled for outside of Texas, Louisiana, Baton Rouge, I-12, up by that Bass Pro Shop. And then, I don't know, the Walt Disney syndrome kicked in. Hands out, high maintenance. Thought these folks were supposed to be helping me, not hurting me. I don't know what went down. But Bucky's literally, after making the announcement, we're going to Baton Rouge. They've done all the due diligence. They've spent money. This is the first Bucky's outside of Texas. We're going to Baton Rouge. Make the official announcement. It's a go. Tens of millions of dollars invested in the store. Hundreds to build it. Hundreds to be fully employed thereafter. And then Bucky's pulls the plug on that. And some excuse that yells what I was just saying. We couldn't secure some other parcel sites in other parts of the state where we wanted to do some other Bucky's, so we're pulling out at Baton Rouge. That's code for, I don't know, man. You people are strange in Louisiana. No wonder Texas does so well and Louisiana doesn't. Handout, hurting me, not helping me, agendas. Instead of what you guys can give us to make our place better, it's what do I have to give you to do it? So forget about Louisiana. That's my guess of what went down. The old Walt Disney syndrome. Anyway, I digress. Bucky's not on the menu today, but I saw a special with the roasted pecans and brisket on the board, and they're cutting up this brisket. They brought some master barbecue guy. He's got like those smokers, those stainless steel smokers. Have you ever had barbecue at Whole Foods? It's not bad. No, they've got it's like pretty good barbecue, you know. They've got like those stainless steel, you know, no one's grilling outside throwing pecan logs on a big old pit the size of a Volkswagen Bug. But I think they've got that like a bunch of these like size of a microwave oven. They're all stacked under the counter in a circular, much like 20 of them. Circular configuration, and they're just doing a bunch of briskets. Anyway, enough about Bucky's the Beaver. I told a buddy of mine, I said, dude, if we pulled into a Bucky's, it'd be like the one time I went to the one in Texas. I was in and out in about 15 minutes. Now, a husband and wife and like Sally and Junior, they're going to be in there for 90 minutes. And Bucky's is like any other business. They probably have like a per head count. I don't know what it is, but it's got to be something ridiculous, like $46 a person that walks in Bucky's being spent. Something crazy. Anyway, we have changed the format of this show and the entire radio station. It's Bucky's Radio. We were this close to turning it into a gambling radio station 24/7. We were getting big money from the gambling interests. And the great part about that is we would record about 15 minutes of gambling talk and then just loop it for the next 6 hours. We'd do about an hour of live programming and then just loop it for the rest of the day. We were this close to the gambling site. We were this close to scissor radio, where 24/7, 365, we just talk about scissors. I mean, straight edge, serrated, soft handle, plastic handle, metal, ceramic now. Scissor talk. Instead, we turned it into 24/7 Bucky's talk because we like prostituting ourselves out. It's Bucky's talk. Coming up next segment, we talk about those roasted pecans. At 4:40, it is more back to the brisket. And then, did you know Bucky's has cotton candy? That'll be at the top of the hour. And at 5:20, Bucky the Beaver himself joins us, a.k.a. Frank Smith out of San Antone. Oh, boy. This Monday program, huh? I don't know what it is, Jason. Could it be the air conditioning blowing in here like crazy? Poor Jason's not under the lights. He's over here with a fur coat on from his hockey days. He played in the Canadian League a few years, eh? Anyway, he's got literally a fur coat. Jason, a.k.a. the Ragin' Cajun, a.k.a. the Man in Black, a.k.a. the Heat Magnet. He's fielding your phone calls. He's at the controls. Rouse's Markets phone lines, 504-766-9480. 504-766-9480. I do have a $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate for you. Boy, I'd love to get these shoulders down. I could use a nice massage. I love a massage. You come out of that, you're like, just like half awake, half asleep, just totally relaxed. It's like nothing else. Woodhouse Day Spa, 4 area locations, a 5th location in Mandeville, just months away from opening. That'll be 2 North Shore locations. Mandeville will be opening soon, joining Slidell, I-10 at Gauze. They're in Metairie, near North Kenner, Transcontinental at West Esplanade. They're in Baton Rouge by the Mall of Louisiana, the flagship location. Canal Street at Carrollton in Mid-City, New Orleans. Luxurious, plush, like a private club, but open to the public. I got a $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate to give away. I think it's pretty easy. Lakefront Airport, old name for Lakefront Airport. What was the old name for the Lakefront Airport? Give me the answer to that. And I got a $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate. Maybe you don't remember the old name, but you know why it's no longer called that today. Yeah, Corey, they renamed it for Freddie McGill. Give me the answer to that, why it isn't named the old name anymore. And I've got a $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate for that answer. Pick your poison, one of those 2 questions. 766-9480. 766-9480. Corey Johnson with you on a Monday edition of the program. Guess who's about 6 minutes away? Yet another check-in with Joe Raspanti, New Orleans lawyer. Fox 8 legal analyst. Joe Raspanti is going to join us. Jason Williams trial, day 6. Jason Williams trial, day 6. He was there. We'll get the latest on that. Plenty of students apparently missing school in Orleans Parish Public Schools. Middle school, high school, a lot of truancy problems. Reimagining Bourbon Street. How is it possible I am the only person in New Orleans, happen to be on radio and television, I've heard no one else ever talk about this. Reimagining Bourbon Street. Sunday morning about 7 a.m., a man shot. That's good for tourism. J.P. Morrell, Helena Moreno introducing an ordinance limiting elected officials Non-essential travel, non-essential trips like the mayor's sister city BS agreements, $1,000 capped. Hey, Dana Brown is going to join us about the Pontchartrain Beach, the new beach, backtothebeach.org. Check it out. You'll love it. That's coming up around 4:40. Joe Raspanti joins us next. Oh, no. Paulie Cicero in Goodfellas. Paul Sorvino passing away at 83. So good in Goodfellas. Coming right back.
The Port of New Orleans Napoleon Terminal is nearly doubling in size, with 4 new gantry cranes being installed and over $100 million being invested. That means lots of new jobs, port traffic, and tax dollars for the city. The Port of New Orleans, your port.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralocks, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralocks technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Mercedes, total maintenance keeps you cool. NolaAC.com, your cool socks. NolaAC.com, your cool socks.
Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen.
What actually lasts a lifetime? Not much, but at Helm Paint, we have something guaranteed to last a lifetime. Benjamin Moore's Regal Select. This paint and primer in one offers cutting-edge waterborne technology, smooth application, and long durability. Helm Paint and Benjamin Moore, your New Orleans paint store.
The Lamarck Automotive Collision Center, it's open now. We fix cars and trucks. We do all makes and models. And it doesn't have to be a Ford or a Lincoln. It could be whatever you're driving. 32,000 square feet under roof, now open at 3101 Williams Boulevard. It's all about you, the customer, getting the most for your dollar. I would say the most perfect collision center anyway. The Lamarck Automotive Collision Center, 3101 Williams Boulevard. Go check it out.
The Woodhouse Day Spa, the premier day spa experience, now with 4 area locations. Canal at Carrollton, on the North Shore and Slidell, in Baton Rouge by the Mall of Louisiana, and now in Metairie, West Esplanade at Transcontinental. The Woodhouse Day Spa.
Young's Dry Cleaning, with 2 walk-up locations with personal service. Young's on Claiborne and Young's on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview. Young's Dry Cleaning. Call 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
This is what Drew Brees thinks about Super Discount Store in Chalmette. Actually, Brees doesn't think at all about Super Discount Store, but they do have the lowest prices allowed by Louisiana law for beer, alcohol, and wine. Super Discount Store in Chalmette. Super Discount Store!
Greater New Orleans, a destination for learning. With 13 colleges and universities and a booming job market, Greater New Orleans is the ultimate destination for your higher education. Your path to the future begins in Greater New Orleans. Find out more at studynola.com. Rouse's Market is hiring. With 65 stores, fuller part-time employment, and flexible scheduling, Rouse's has a job for you, or maybe even a career. Apply at any Rouse's store or online at rouses.com.
Louisiana is unique. The food, the festivals, even the bugs. No, not mud bugs. Unwanted bugs like these. The ones you don't want crawling in your home or business. Trust the Shield from J&J Exterminating. We've been protecting Louisiana homes for over 50 years, earning the trust of our clients because we deliver what we promise. Protect your home from pests. Get the Shield from J&J Exterminating.
J&J Exterminating. Yeah.
For home surveillance, it's Tommy's Lock and Alarms. With high-definition night vision surveillance systems, letting you see what's going on. Home surveillance that's smart, safe, secure. Tommy's Lock and Alarms. Google them.
When you think of Fury's Restaurant in Metairie, you think about fresh local fish like flounder, snapper, and speckled trout, fried, broiled, or grilled. Fury's Restaurant in Metairie.
Yeah, you right. Crescent City and beyond. Corey Johnson with you. Thanks for finding us on that radio dial every weekday afternoon starting at 4 p.m. Oh So Fine, 93.9 FM. Oh So Fine, 93.9 FM. You can check us out on New Orleans' own 107.9 FM, 107.9 FM. 600 AM will take you from Baton Rouge to Pensacola, Florida. 600 AM, take the show on the road, North Shore included. We're on TV till 5:30, another hour and 10 minutes. Cox Channel 4, Yorview, Louisiana, all over Louisiana. Spectrum Charter Channel 333, all over Louisiana. Don't forget live streaming CoreyTalks.com. And we've been on YouTube the last few months. Come on, kiddies. Click on the thumbs up. Better yet, click to subscribe. It don't cost nothing. Our YouTube channel, Corey Johnson Neutral Ground on YouTube. YouTube Live after the fact. You can check out yesterday's show, last week's show, last month's show. YouTube, Corey Johnson Neutral Ground. Let's hit the phone lines. Rouse's Markets phone lines. Joe Raspanti's about 60 seconds away. 504-766-9480. Carol is in Metairie, a.k.a. New Orleans West, home of traffic. Lots and lots of traffic. What up, Carol?
Johnson, neutral.
Uh-oh, you got to mute the TV or lower the radio, Carol. I can't stand the voice of that host. Jeez,
Corey Johnson, neutral ground.
Uh-oh. Let's put Carol on hold, Jason. We'll come right back to Carol in a second. Yo, Carol, you got to put the TV on mute all the way down. I know you got some people in the house. You want to impress them, then you're on the TV or radio. And then just talk through the phone only. Sup, Carol? Yo.
You said you cannot hear me?
No, now I got you loud and clear. How are you, Carol?
I'm doing fine. Did you get the name of the airport?
Did I get the name of the airport? I did not get the name of the airport yet. Wait, hang on a second, Carol. How do you know that answer?
How do I know that? I think it's...
Wait. Were you alive during that time period or something?
Wait, now you have to talk a little louder.
Were you alive during the time of that airport being named after somebody else?
Well, I'm 92 years old, and my husband used to fly out of that airport, and he took lessons out of that airport when he was 15 years old.
Wow. I want to say that airport, I think, opened in the late 30s. You were born in the late 20s, what, 29?
No, 19. I was born in 1930.
In 30, okay.
During the Depression.
Wow. Yeah.
I made the Depression and the COVID.
And you're 92. So your birthday was earlier this year.
Yeah, April the 6th.
Good for you. 92, Carol. I love it.
Okay.
Hey, Carol, I think you know the answer. I'm confident you do. I don't want you to give it out. I'm going to let someone else win, but I'm going to give you a $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate because I know you know the answer, but I think it's great you called the program, and I think it's fantastic you're 92 years old.
No, wait. Did someone else guess solution?
No, but we don't want you to say it live on the air just like you did so someone else can win. How's that sound?
Oh, okay.
All right,
okay.
Cool.
I'll buy that.
I'll buy that too. Hey, Carol, are you driving still at 92?
Yes, I am driving.
That is fantastic.
I live in Metairie.
That's great.
Mama had 8 of us, and I was number 8, and I'm the last one, and I miss them all. I got grandchildren and children of my own, and
that's good.
Whatever. So I'm in good shape for the shape I'm in.
That sounds like
I
it.
take 1 pill a day. They said I'm going to live to be 100.
I bet it sounds like you're going to live to 100.
Give me a break.
Come on. You can hook up with the 7 siblings when that happens, and you got your kids and your grandkids that love you.
Oh, yeah. I'm in good shape for what I am.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Carol, hang on, all right?
Okay.
Don't go anywhere. We're going to tighten up Carol with a $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate. I appreciate her not giving the answer to the airport name. Joe Raspanti joins us, New Orleans lawyer, Fox 8 legal analyst. How you doing, Joe?
Doing great, Corey. How are you?
Doing well, man. Thanks so much for joining us again. You're like our roving reporter on the street when it comes to this Jason Williams federal trial. What's happening on day 6 there?
Well, I was there this morning. I had an appointment with my own clients this afternoon. They're good when you give your client the check from the case. They're very happy. So you can't delay those appointments. You got to have those right away.
You're right.
I was there in the morning, and I texted with Sabrina Wilson just now. She said there were this afternoon another IRS guy and a Treasury Department guy. They better have served coffee and chicory with lunch today, because these guys, that's the hard part of these tax cases. They get a little sick with the paper, and I didn't see them, but that's what I can imagine, these guys. But they're just trying to make their case, trying to overcome witness last week that they're still, I think, struggling about. So
yeah, how would you generalize? It seems like Henry Timothy, the tax preparer, was a nightmare, but maybe the X&O guy, the kind of the IRS agent, Timothy Moore, may have been better than Henry Timothy.
Well, everybody's better than Henry Timothy. And these guys, at the end of the day, these things are just,
wow.
A, B, C, D equals E. 2 plus 2 equals 4, and they're grinding it out. The lady who's the prosecutor, she's a grinder, and she's putting all these people on there to say, here's the amount of money they should have claimed, and this is now they owe over 170, 180,000 a piece, or more than that, to the federal government. And that's what they're doing. They're laying out the nuts and bolts right now.
Yep.
So that's what we're doing.
Hey, how much can you, Joe? It seems like you could make a mistake or two on your taxes and you're not going to jail. Oh, I made a deduction on that and that wasn't legal, or that wasn't proper, and it's a mistake, and it's minor. It's minuscule percentages of your overall taxes, and it just gets corrected, or the feds don't accept it. This obviously, the IRS guy last week said it's $760,000, at a couple $100,000 for the other defendant.
Right. Well, that's that what you just enunciated is going to be the defense of these people are going to stand up and say, everybody tries to push the envelope on their taxes. Everybody tries to not pay as little as they can, and that's what this was. But one of the witnesses early today was the comptroller from Tulane, and they put her on just to get in Jason Williams' transcript to show he took an income tax course in law school, which most of us do, and to kind of impugn upon him that he should know the rules about what you can and can't do.
Wow.
I mean, every American citizen's supposed to know the rules,
right,
to a certain degree. And there's a difference between, like I say, avoiding taxes and evading taxes.
Yes,
that's the rub.
Yep. We're visiting with Joe Raspanti, New Orleans attorney. What were your observations from this morning? Like, what momentum wise, or is it just?
The judge is still, and I like Lance Africa and everything, but I don't like him asking questions to my witness. And if I was her, I would have jumped up and down a little bit and approached the bench and say, you got to stop doing that. I've been preparing for this case for months, Judge. I got certain questions I want to ask in a certain order. If the other guys want to object, good. They object, you make your ruling, and we go from there. But you coming in and asking questions throws my timing off and throws the flow of what I'm trying to do off. But she didn't seem to do that. And I've always kind of had a problem with, maybe we're a little more feisty here down in southeast Louisiana about certain things, or maybe just I am. But I think that she's very methodical. She's moving along, but I still think they got some problems with those first 6 counts, the conspiracy count and the 5.
I agree.
Tax fraud count.
I agree.
I think what they got to be getting into now is those last 4, which is the cash, the cash amounts, and not filling out the forms, which are very straightforward. And I think they may be starting to get into that today, and that they better get into it because they're talking about wrapping up tomorrow. So they need to get into those those issues pretty soon.
Yeah, tax preparer Henry Timothy might have crushed the 1 count conspiring to defraud the government and the 5 counts of tax fraud. But someone like Timothy Moore, the IRS agent, and those types, maybe the failing to file cash payment forms, those 4 counts are the ones they need to focus on the rest of the
And I think his law partner there, Mr. Hortzberg, is yet to testify as of now. And when he testifies, it's just some people, because we're a lot of lawyer types hanging out watching this case, and we're talking at the break. And you would have to think that the law partner's going to maybe be able to say, yeah, we, from this client, John Smith, we collected
specifics,
X amount of cash, and no, we didn't report it. Something like maybe not, but we'll see. But somebody's got to make that case for the government from that witness stand. So
no, because if Henry Timothy was the star witness, they've already lost. You're right. The star witness better be star witness better be the law partner of Jason Williams.
Well, we'll see. You think? I mean, everybody was thinking that. She did certain things. Sidney Bartholomew's daughter, his ex-wife.
Yep.
She kind of made it clear that there's a lot of cash. That was in and out of that office.
Yes.
But she didn't nail down the ABCs of a specific crime. But she laid the predicate that it was a cash business, and they will probably I should say, rely on that to make their case down the line. But the defense has been doing very well. They're really getting their uppercuts in.
Yep. So. Joe, we'll check in with you tomorrow. Thanks so much.
All right, Corey. Thank you. Bye-bye.
American-made SL300 shutters are available in many colors to match your personal decor. We'll come out to measure, and you'll receive fast delivery. Plus, they're virtually maintenance-free.
Helm Paint and Benjamin Moore led us to you in the right direction.
Helm Paint and Supply.
Enjoy outdoor dining on the streetcar line, under the oak trees, Lebanon's Cafe, the finest in Middle Eastern cuisine, Carrollton at Jeanette, Lebanon's Cafe.
For home surveillance, it's Tommy's Lock and Alarms. With smart home technology, control lights, locks, cameras, thermostat, and your alarm, all from your phone or laptop. Smart, safe, secure. Tommy's Lock and Alarms. Google them.
Kanye West was seen shopping at Super Discount Store in Chalmette.
I am Shakespeare in the flesh. Walt Disney, Nike, Google.
Okay, I think Kanye was talking about something else entirely. Super Discount Store on Paris Road in Chalmette.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes on magazine, as unique as you.
Did you know Rouse's sells only Angus beef? Angus beef's natural marbling means more succulence and flavor. Whether you choose Rouse's USDA Prime, Choice, or Select, it'll be only Angus beef when you get it at Rouse's. Tastes like home.
Ladies and gentlemen, in this Lamarck Automotive Complex, there's something called Quick Lane. Tires, wheel alignments, struts, servicing your transmission. We do in all makes and models. It doesn't have to have been purchased from us. It's for you. It handles your lifestyle with your budget in mind. And we want to get you in and out as quick as possible. Quick Lane, you got to come see it. You're going to love the experience. Right there at Williams Boulevard in Kenner.
Come to Fausto's Italian Bistro. Age-old Italian recipes like the calamari fritti or spaghetti and meatballs. Lunch Monday to Friday, dinner Monday to Saturday. 530 Vets, a block before Dorignax. Fausto's Italian Bistro.
River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total Total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralocks, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralocks technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
The Port of New Orleans Napoleon Terminal is nearly doubling in size, with 4 new gantry cranes being installed and over $100 million being invested. That means lots of new jobs, port traffic, and tax dollars for the city. The Port of New Orleans, your port.
I think on Wednesday we're going to have J.P. Morrell on the program, New Orleans City Councilman. He, along with Helena Moreno, introduced an ordinance limiting elected officials to $1,000 on non-essential trips. Carnivals, festivals, receptions, concerts, graduations, and yeah, sister city agreements fall under the non-essential travel. So the mayor would be capped at $1,000. So like all those trips the mayor's taken so far this year, including a trip to Switzerland and a trip to France within 3 weeks of each other. Went to Switzerland, came back for Essence Fest, went to France. Insane. These are north of $100,000. Now, we're in July. Those are 2 trips I mentioned. At best, there might be 6 or 7 others. So $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 expenditure by the taxpayers instead of 10 times that, more than 10 times that. No, it's a great ordinance that's long overdue. Long overdue. These junkets are ridiculous. Corey Johnson with you on a Monday afternoon. Yeah, we'll visit with J.P. Morrell on Wednesday. Ghassan Korban, who runs the Sewerage and Water Board, will join us on Thursday. We'll get an update on what's going on there because, man, we've had some ridiculous rains. I was talking to a buddy of mine in Baton Rouge that lives near Highland Road and I-10 by the water park right there, Perkins Road, I-10. Like 10 inches of rain in the last few days in that area. 10 inches. That's what San Diego gets in a year. Crazy. Boy, some great news last week. Check it out online, backtothebeach.org. I love the renderings. I love the idea. I love everything about this. Dana Brown with the Pontchartrain Beach Foundation and backtothebeach.org joins us live on the program. How you doing, Dana?
Good. How are you, Corey?
We've got a bad cell, Dana. We're gonna hang up with you real quick and try to hook right back up with you. Hang on, or don't hang on. We're gonna hang up and call you right back. But I'm doing good, Dana. But yeah, sometimes those cellular connections are less than perfect. So we'll try that again. Anyway, it works out well because the 4 o'clock hour this afternoon is brought to you by The Shield, J&J Exterminating. You can take this as, oh, Corey's doing a live commercial, or you can be like, Corey's telling me about mosquito proofing my yard so I don't have to worry about mosquitoes and I get mauled when I go outside just to move like the garbage cans or to walk to the back shed or to go in the backyard and come back in. All of a sudden I got mosquito bites. You don't have to worry about that. J&J will mosquito proof your yard. If you can see me or hear me anywhere in Louisiana, J&J Exterminating's there. They've been at it since 1960. Louisiana folks that know what works. Find them anywhere in Louisiana online, jjext.com.
J&J Exterminating. Yeah.
4 o'clock hour brought to you by J&J Exterminating. Get The Shield, mosquito-proof your yard. Dana Brown's back with us from the Pontchartrain Beach Foundation. I think we got a better connection, Dana.
Well, I hope so. Does that sound better?
Yeah, that sounds so much better. As clear and as great as those renderings I looked at. Those got me fired up, Dana. You guys have done your homework. Pontchartrain Beach has been closed for over 40 years. Lincoln Beach over 60. I love everything about it. Just from the levee to the lake, you guys have just reimagined everything from behind the beach office park there at UNO to the water itself. I mean, the road right up against the levee for food trucks and the like, the volleyball courts, the beach itself, the berm with the like concrete, parts for folks to sit, the swimming area, the area for kayaking, the area for motorboats where you can dock. It's the fishing pier. My God, you guys crushed it.
Well, we've been working on it for a while. I was working back in 2015 and seen with a couple of gentlemen, Guy Williams, who's CEO of Gulf Coast Bank.
Yep.
Who's really supportive of this, and Michael Liebert, who used to be director of the ASBE Foundation. It's a nonprofit on the North Shore that has from those who have put their estates in the fund. The two of them, they found me, and so we started working on that. And then things sort of slowed down for a little while, but then they formed the foundation to come back, and the Lakefront Management Authority, LMA, that has the jurisdiction over the property as an arm of the Southeast Louisiana Flood Protection Authority.
Yep.
They put out an RFP. We had already been working on it, so we replied to the RFP, and that's what we submitted. We've revised the plan.
Didn't you guys kind of approach them with a plan? They're like, we don't have any way of doing this, and then they came up with that RFP.
Well, we some of the plan and presented it, yes, and then they decided they needed to put an RFP out to see if others were interested in redoing the beach, and that was fine.
Were there any others, Dana? By the way, do you know if there were any others? Were there any others that applied, or just you guys?
It's not a big moneymaker, Corey. It just isn't.
Right.
It's something you have to want to do because you're from here and you remember the beach, and you know how important this could be to residents in the city of New Orleans and surrounding areas.
Yep. It would have to be privatized, I think, for it to be some type of money maker, and I doubt that the city would go for something like that. You guys are a nonprofit anyway. It is totally a civic-minded gesture, right?
That is right. And it wouldn't be privatized at all. It can't be. State law has designated this as a public recreation zone since 1928. I hope I got the year right. It might be 1926. It's a long time ago. And so it can only be public recreation. It's just, as you mentioned, been sitting there idle for so long. And we're ready to help bring it back. We have, in addition to Mr. Williams, Mr. Liebert, we have Zach Kupperman of Kupperman Companies. He's a local developer. And all of us are looking at it like, we're not in this to make money because we're not. You can't.
Right.
We just need to figure out how to make enough money to keep it operating.
Yes.
We can get, we think we can get grants and donations to build it. So all that will be left is really operation and maintenance of the facility, security, those kind of things.
Hey, I remember when they built the beach office park, there was talk of like a hotel right in the middle of it, basically the end of Elysian Fields by the old Millenberg lighthouse. A hotel couldn't be built there, Dana, what you're telling us, and 20% of the beach would be private for the hotel guests only. That is not possible, you're saying.
No.
Okay, just
No,
curious.
not based on state law.
No, I got you. Hey, what about there was talk?
And I think that's a good thing.
No, I hear you.
I'm at all.
I'm kind of torn on
Miami
it.
Beach.
Yeah,
right?
no, I'm with you. I hear you. No, I can't argue with you on that. I'm just thinking about how to keep the other part nice. Like if one part was privatized, they would subsidize the public part. But can you charge like $5 or $10? What weren't you guys talking about that? And that got some throwback, kind of some pushback. Folks weren't into that. I don't know how you can. We're so famous in New Orleans, we get grants and money to build something, but then we can't maintain it and keep it going. That's no good. You got to build it and maintain
you hit the nail on the head there. Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. There were a few people. It wasn't overwhelming that were having a problem with the idea of charging, and they thought that meant it was private. But there are public parks and state parks, and beaches all over that charge to get in because they have to maintain them.
Yep. No, it makes sense. And it's $5 or $10 you guys were talking about, right? Not $50.
That's right.
Yep. We're visiting with Dana Brown. How did the LMA meeting go at the airport a couple of Fridays ago?
It was last week, Tuesday, Monday. I can't remember now. It went well. Actually, we have another one with the actual board, the LMA board, special meeting tomorrow, and then a final meeting on Thursday evening. Those are always open to the public at the Lakefront Airport.
And when's the next one?
Tomorrow at 5:30.
Tomorrow at 5:30 at the Lakefront Airport. Same deal, second floor in the conference room?
Yes.
And this is the Pontchartrain Beach Foundation. You can find out about you guys, backtothebeach.org. And the LMA, the Levee Management, the Lakefront, or what is it? Levee Management Association? Lakefront Management? Lakefront Management Association.
Lakefront Management.
They're the ones
they don't manage any flood control facilities. They manage like all the green areas in the lakefront there where you go sit on the steps and things like that. And the pavilions that you can rent. That's what the LMA manages, all of that space.
Hey, if folks want to find out more, backtothebeach.org, right?
That's right.
Any final thoughts, Dana?
I think this, and we feel strongly about it. I know I do. It's all, I've been going to, I was going to this when I was very little.
Yep.
Is this could be a really good generator for economic development in that part of the city.
I agree.
That part of Gentilly, and it could probably use some of that.
Yep. No, I agree.
But to have this fabulous lake and the people of New Orleans not be able to really enjoy it as much as they could
is insane.
I think that's a shame.
It is. Dana Brown, thank you so much. Thanks for joining us. Coming right back.
Who sells more trucks than Ford? Nobody. It's because the Lamarck team is the real team. All that makes it happen is one goal. Everybody having a great experience at Lamarck Ford. We became number one for a reason, because we're good. And we need to prove it every day, every deal, all the time.
Young's Dry Cleaning has free pickup and delivery. That's right. Young's Dry Cleaning has absolutely free pickup and delivery. Home or office, East Bank or West Bank. Call Young's at 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Louisiana is unique. The food, the festivals, even the bugs. No, not mud bugs. Unwanted bugs like these. The ones you don't want crawling in your home or business. Trust the Shield from J&J Exterminating. We've been protecting Louisiana homes for over 50 years, earning the trust of our clients because we deliver what we promise. Protect your home from pests. Get the Shield from J&J Exterminating.
J&J Exterminating. Yeah.
Come to Fausto's Italian Bistro. Age-old Italian recipes like the calamari fritti or spaghetti and meatballs. Lunch Monday to Friday, dinner Monday to Saturday. 530 Vets a block before Dorignax. Fausto's Italian Bistro.
The Port of New Orleans Napoleon Terminal is nearly doubling in size, with 4 new gantry cranes being installed and over $100 million being invested. That means lots of new jobs, port traffic, and tax dollars for the city. The Port of New Orleans, your port.
River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot.
Rouse's Markets means convenience. Every one of our 65 locations opens at 7 a.m., some at 6:30. And they're open until 10 p.m., with some staying open till 11 or even midnight. Convenience. Rouse's Markets. Tastes like home.
Recently, Kim Kardashian was seen at Super Discount Store in Chalmette.
Let's party.
Can you think of any other celebrities that won't sue us? Super Discount Store in Chalmette. The lowest prices allowed by Louisiana law on wine, alcohol, and cold beer. 3235 Paris Road.
Have a painting project but can't decide on the perfect color? At Helm Paint and Decorating, we offer half-pint paint samples in any Benjamin Moore color for under $5, so you can test potential paint colors before investing in a full gallon.
Helm Paint and Benjamin Moore. Let us steer you in the right direction.
Greater New Orleans, a destination for learning. With 13 colleges and universities and a booming job market, Greater New Orleans is the ultimate destination for your higher education. Your path to the future begins in Greater New Orleans. Find out more at studynola.com.
The city's premier day spa experience is at the Woodhouse Day Spa with 4 area locations: New Orleans, Slidell, Baton Rouge, and Metairie. A day of relaxation is just moments away at the Woodhouse Day Spa. NOLA.woodhousespas.com.
Which Metro New Orleans area restaurant made CNN's top 50 in America and ThrillList.com's top 25 and has served presidents at the White House for over 40 years? Trey Yen in Mandeville.
Yeah, you right. Corey Johnson back at you on a Monday. Man, if you missed our 4 o'clock hour, you've missed a lot. We still got 8 minutes left in it. We got the 5 o'clock power hour coming your way next. But Joe Raspanti joined us to start the hour, essentially. Jason Williams trial, day 6. IRS guy, Treasury guy testifying. A few minutes ago, Dana Brown joined us from backtothebeach.org. Check out that website if you're a New Orleanian that loves the city and wants to see things here that, you know, places like Nashville, Austin just embrace every day, all the time. And here it's like, you're going to charge $5 or $10? You know, just insane. We get in our own way. We are like living in 1972. Anyway, Dana Brown joined us from backtothebeach.org. What they want to do with Pontchartrain Beach is fantastic. It's great. I don't know how anyone can be against it. The $5 or $10 to enter is a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. Seriously. I even think, and I know folks are against it, Pontchartrain Beach and or Lincoln Beach. I mean, Pontchartrain Beach would have been perfect. I mean, first off, you can, you know, expand the beach. You can go farther out into the lake if you wanted with the beach, make it wider at one point if you want. You could do, there's lots of options. But there was always plans for a hotel, kind of little hotel mini conference center at the UNO office park, basically by that Milnenberg lighthouse right there. Basically, if Elysian Fields went straight right towards the lake, continued on past the traffic circle, the hotel would be right there in the middle. On the other side of that, it seems like you could have like almost like a fenced off area or an area with like, hey, private beach, like signage. And, you know, the blue umbrellas, the green umbrellas, the machine raking the sand, all that kind of stuff. folks coming out with food and drinks and all that. And you're at the hotel and you get this little private beach. And the rent that the hotel pays for the private beach pays to upkeep the public beach. And they're like equal. I mean, I've been to beaches in Florida where you can walk through on the water, but you can't go drop a chair and lay out. It's a private beach in front of some condos, some houses in different parts of, right on the panhandle of Florida. It's like a, quote, private beach. The homeowners own right up to like where the water is. There's been lawsuits, all kind of stuff. I'm not pro-private, but also I'm not anti. I mean, there are lots of things that I can't afford, you can't afford, that we want here. Do I go into Saks Fifth Avenue and I'm, or the Louis Vuitton store at Canal Place and, hey, I'm spending money there every week, I bought a pair of Ferragamo shoes at Saks Fifth Avenue. I don't know, the last time, 8 years ago, 10 years ago. I mean, it's not something I'm doing all the time, especially expensive stuff. But we can dip into it. It's like cooking a steak or something. It's going on vacation. For that week, you do it right. But you can't do it all the time. But there are people that do have the wherewithal that can do it all the time. Or people that have more money than you and me that can do it more often. And what's wrong with having that type of stuff? You want diversity in a city. You want rich. You want wealthy stuff. You want stuff that the average person like me, you, most likely, we just tap into every now and then. These other folks can live it all the time, 4 seasons and the like. No, I'm not for private or privatizing Pontchartrain Beach, just trying to come up with ideas on how we make the public part plush and nice and sustainable. I mentioned to Dana, she agreed with it. We're not very good in New Orleans at getting stuff done. When we do get it done, we don't have something in place to maintain it. So we fix something, we make it like new, and then it just falls apart over time. I remember here's a silly example kind of, but applicable. The I-10 in New Orleans East. They redo the I-10 in New Orleans East. That kind of garden going down the middle with all the greenery and plants. I like that. They de-weeded it, got all the crap out, cut out all the weeds and, trees and stuff that's not supposed to be there. And they trimmed all the stuff that is supposed to be there, replanted stuff. It was perfect. Now go drive by and look at it. It's just littered with trash. Weeds have regrown. Some of the plants and stuff that were planted there have died. They weren't maintained in the beginning or watered to stay alive. Just, and now it looks like crap again. So instead of fixing it right and then maintaining it like everywhere else does, we do the opposite in New Orleans. We build it and then don't maintain it. It's like demolition by default, by neglect. So no, the Pontchartrain Beach, we get it redone and then there's no $5 or $10 to enter. How do you sustain it? How do you keep it up? Where's the money come from to keep it up? And it's got to be there all the time. It can't be cut out one year and then the beach goes to crap. Corey Johnson with you on a Monday afternoon. Every day, this program's brought to you by the Lamarck Automotive Complex. Lamarck Ford, #1 dealership in the region. Lamarck Lincoln, #1 dealership in the region. The Lamarck Automotive Complex on the car corner, Williams Boulevard and I-10 in Kennebra. Right on the corner, right on the price, the Lamarck Automotive Complex. And now, from the lake to the river, Lamarck Crescent City Ford, a second Ford dealership for Ronnie. Lamarck Crescent City Ford in Elmwood, Harahan, Jefferson Highway corner Horde, right before Hickory, right before the S-curve. You know where. Crescent City Ford in Elmwood on the river. I don't know, a lot of you old Jefferson folks, even uptown via River Road, maybe easier to get there than heading out to Kennebra. Bridge in the Gap. Ronnie Lamarck on the lake, the Lamarck Automotive Complex, and on the river, Lamarck Crescent City Ford in Elmwood. Yeah, you right. 5 o'clock powwow is coming up next. I ate outside at Fausto's today, red beans and rice lunch special. Guess who came with me? That's right, buddy. Had some sheetrock work getting done at the house and didn't want to leave you there. So I grabbed you and Tolly and we sat outside. The rain cooperated. kept the temperatures down, no perspiration, had those great red beans and rice. Indoor dining tonight for dinner, maybe outdoor dining. Fausto's Italian Bistro on Vets, 5 o'clock powwow next. 107.9 FM, 93.9 FM. New Orleans.
Rouse's has the only full-service grocery stores both in the French Quarter on Royal Street and in the CBD on Baronne in the old Sewell Cadillac building. The Rouse's on the river, Tchoupitoulas at Napoleon, is in a century-old warehouse. And uptown on Ferret at the corner of Valence is Rouse's all-new boutique store. With 7 locations in Orleans Parish, Rouse's is New Orleans' grocery store. Rouse's Markets. Taste like home. Greater New Orleans, a destination for learning. With 13 colleges and universities and a booming job market, Greater New Orleans is the ultimate destination for your higher education. Your path to the future begins in Greater New Orleans. Find out more at studynola.com.
River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NolaAC.com, your cool spot. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NolaAC.com, your cool spot.
For home surveillance, it's Tommy's Lock and Alarms. With smart home technology, control lights, locks, cameras, thermostat, and your alarm, all from your phone or laptop. Smart, safe, secure. Tommy's Lock and Alarms. Google them.
Where can you find shish kebab in New Orleans? Lamb, beef, chicken, shrimp, plus all your other Mediterranean favorites. Lebanon's Cafe on the streetcar line. Lunch, dinner, and shish kebab. Lebanon's Cafe.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
The Port of New Orleans Napoleon Terminal is nearly doubling in size, with 4 new gantry cranes being installed and over $100 million being invested. That means lots of new jobs, port traffic, and tax dollars for the city. The Port of New Orleans, your port.
Hi, this is Joey Helm. My dad, Bunky Helm, had a vision of a locally family-owned store serving the residential and commercial paint needs of New Orleans. I think Dad would be proud of today's Helm Paint and Decorating, and here's why. We have the best technical staff in the business, providing the best color matching service in Southeast Louisiana. Perfect matching for any color and any brand. And we'll save your colors so you don't have to save those old cans. Helm Paint offers free 2-hour delivery. Our in-store decorators will assist you on deciding what color and type of paint to best showcase your home. But most importantly, as your local independent Benjamin Moore dealer, our products provide the greatest value in the paint industry. Superior coverage, and Benjamin Moore paint simply covers better and lasts longer. New Orleans is a city of vibrant color, and no one else provides the paints of New Orleans like Helm Paint and Decorating. Visit any of our 6 locations or online at helmpaint.com.
Helm Paint, let us do you right. Helm Paint and Supply.
When you think of Fury's Restaurant in Metairie, you think about their daily lunch specials like red beans and rice, black-eyed peas, white butter beans, liver and onions. Daily lunch specials. Fury's Restaurant in Metairie.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes, a magazine as unique as you.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Young's Dry Cleaning, with 2 walk-up locations with personal service. Young's on Claiborne and Young's on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview. Young's Dry Cleaning. Call 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
Louisiana is unique. The food, the festivals, even the bugs. No, not mud bugs. Unwanted bugs like these. The ones you don't want crawling in your home or business. Trust the Shield from J&J Exterminating. We've been protecting Louisiana homes for over 50 years, earning the trust of our clients because we deliver what we promise. Protect your home from pests. Get the Shield from J&J Exterminating.
J&J Exterminating. Yeah.
Now, how long has Danny DeVito been acting? Probably a little bit before Taxi, I would assume, a few roles. Taxi was what? I'm going to go with circa, look that up, Jason. I'm going Taxi circa 1984, Taxi. So DeVito's probably been working since late 70s, I would guess. So 45 years, Danny DeVito acting. DeVito started in 69, damn. When was Taxi? I'm going to go with 84-ish, something like that. Wow. Damn, Jason, 50 years acting. It's crazy. Danny DeVito's got to be like 75 years old. 1978 for Taxi? Wow, I was way off on that. How old's Danny DeVito? That's crazy. He's got 77. I didn't think he's that old either. He's going to live to 110. He's a little tiny dude. You know? Yeah, you right. Monday afternoon, 5 o'clock, Power Hour. Thanks for checking us out on the radio. You found us. Oh, so fine. 93.9 FM. Make it one of your presets right now. Just hold that button down till it goes boop, and it's right there. 93.9 FM. Thanks for finding us. You know, we're on YouTube. We've been doing that for the last few months. You can go to CoreyTalks.com. We've got a live link up to YouTube. Or you can just go to YouTube and in the search bar put Corey Johnson Neutral Ground. Watch today's program live. Watch it after the fact. That means you can watch yesterday, last week, last month's programs. You know, we're on YouTube, Anchor, iTunes, Spotify. Lots of ways to check out the program. And if you go to our YouTube channel, click to subscribe. It don't cost nothing. Monday afternoon edition of the program. Every day we broadcast live on radio, on television, on YouTube from the Buddy Diliberto River City's Total Maintenance Studios. I like the cloud cover. I like the rain. Thank God for that sometimes. I told you last hour I ate outside at Fausto's today. Brought the dogs and ate outside. I had a guy doing some sheetrock work. Could have been like a Raising Cane's drive-through type of lunch with the dogs in the back. But then I was like, I can eat outside at Fausto's today because of the cloud cover. Instead of feels like 105, feels like 82, you know? Wasn't sweating, wasn't perspiring, had a little breeze. It was nice. It's nice to eat outside again, especially in the middle of the summer. Anyway, so I don't mind that cloud cover, lowering the temperatures a little. But still, when it's 82 degrees, you need air conditioning in your house. River City's Total Maintenance is your air conditioning expert, your ace in the hole. Service, repair, replacement for the rest of your life. Like me, I've been with these cats for over a decade. I'll be with them forever because it truly is fair and honest. Lucas and the boys. And I've become really good friends with Lucas. He's just a good guy, incapable of screwing you around. They're air conditioning experts. They've been at it since 1980. They know what they're doing. They're not guessing, hey, maybe put that part in and that might solve the problem. They know exactly what's wrong. They diagnose it right so they're not wasting your time. And they come immediately because they know it's hot, and when your AC's not working, that stinks. Honest air conditioning experts who come immediately. What more do you want in an air conditioning outfit? Been around over 40 years, total pros, air conditioning experts who are honest and come right now. 841-3300, 841-3300, easy number to remember. but an easier website for River City's total maintenance, NOLAAC.com. They are New Orleans air conditioning outfit, NOLAAC.com. That's River City's total maintenance. Every day we broadcast live from the Buddy Diliberto, River City's total maintenance studios. Thanks for joining us. 5 o'clock powwow. Jason's at the controls fielding your phone calls. Got a couple of questions for you. And I got a couple of $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificates to give away. The old name for Lakefront Airport. The old name for Lakefront Airport. Give me the answer to that. I got a $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate for you. Second question. Why is it no longer named the old name? Why did they change the name from the old name? Give me the answer to that. I got a $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate for you. Rouse's Markets phone lines to participate in the program, 504-766-9480. 504-766-9480. Holla. If you're watching on YouTube, television, listening on the radio, 504-766-9480. Rouse's Markets phone lines. Jason's standing by, ready to field your phone calls. Yeah, speaking of Lakefront Airport, that's where that LMA meeting will be again with the backtothebeach.org folks, the Pontchartrain Beach Foundation. They want to redo Pontchartrain Beach finally. Hey, City of New Orleans, the LMA put out an RFP. No one else went after it except this nonprofit, this civic-minded group, because even they said there's not money to be made there. Can't privatize it. So snap out of it, City of New Orleans. Get with the LMA, get with the Pontchartrain Beach Foundation, make sure this thing is a go. And by the way, try to get another group. Maybe these guys again, maybe another group. Do something similar to Lincoln Beach. Do something similar to Lincoln Beach. Same kind of setup, same kind of deal. And about $5 or $10 to get in. I think they were proposing $5 for children, $10 for adults. The beach has to be maintained. The beach has to be maintained. It's got to be kept up. You can't have the lakefront type of stuff going on at the new Pontchartrain Beach, where a bunch of folks show up out at the lakefront, but it's at Pontchartrain Beach, and they leave all their trash out there and piles of crawfish that they've eaten out there and stuff like that. You remember the lakefront a few months ago? What was it? 4th of July, Memorial Day, Labor Day. They just left trash everywhere. New Orleanians go out there and they just leave their crap everywhere. I mean, we are the filthiest, dirtiest city. So you're going to open a beach and it's just going to be totally open to the public with no money to keep it clean and keep it nice? No, that's insane. Don't do it then, because this is New Orleans, the filthiest city in America. Go on a Monday down Lakeshore Drive and look at the shelters and stuff like that. It's unbelievable. New Orleans go back and then they want to blame it on someone. Well, man, the garbage cans are full. Then bring your own contractor bags and take your trash with you. I don't know what to tell you. Tie up the contractor bag and leave it by the overstuffed garbage can. You know it's going to be overstuffed, yet you pile all your crap up by it, and that's you being good. Normally you just leave it everywhere. No, I'd say animals. I don't want to insult Blue Boy and Tully. New Orleans is filthy. Black, white, Republican, Democrat. Look at all the losers that throw trash and litter out on the street. Little kids, adults, grandma. It's pathetic. It's pathetic. So no, you're going to open Pontchartrain Beach, spend tens of millions of dollars to make it brand new and nice, and let the New Orleanians loose on it? Black, white, old, young, Republican, Democrat, the folks that litter and pollute our city right now, illegal dumping, public school kids, private school kids, just throwing their trash and litter out. Thank God it's not the majority, but whatever the percentage is nationwide of litterers, let's pretend it's 5%. In New Orleans, it's 5 times that. You know, the percentage is way too unacceptable. The low percentage in clean places is unacceptable. No, you make Pontchartrain Beach brand new and plush, has to be maintained. Has to be clean. Can't turn into Monday morning after a weekend on Lakeshore Drive and there's just trash and crap spewed all over the place. We're famous for that or infamous for that. So no, let's do it right. Let's do it right. Dana Brown joined us last hour from Pontchartrain Beach Foundation. Backtothebeach.org. Go to the website. Check out what they want to do. If you care about New Orleans, backtothebeach.org. Really impressive. Love what they're doing. You want to know who's impressive? The crew at Young's Dry Cleaning. 2 walk-up locations. They've got free pickup and delivery, and they have manless locker locations called Young's Express. Dozens and dozens and dozens of those all over the metro area, probably close to where you live or work. To find out more about this New Orleans institution, they've been at it since 1940. They're the best. Young'sDryCleaning.com. Young'sDryCleaning.com. Joe Raspanti joined us last hour. I'll fill you in. He filled us in on day 6, Jason Williams' federal tax fraud trial. Reimagine Bourbon Street. Corey Johnson with you. A lot to discuss. Don't move.
River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot.
Rouse's Market is hiring. With 65 stores, full of part-time employment, and flexible scheduling, Rouse's has a job for you, or maybe even a career. Apply at any Rouse's store or online at rouses.com.
Ford F-150, #1 seller in America. What about in the USA? Let's see, what about in the world? Who sells more trucks than Ford? Nobody. It's because the Lamar team is the real team. All that makes it happen is one goal. Everybody having a great experience at Lamar Ford. We became #1 for a reason, because we're good. And we need to prove it every day, every deal, all the time.
The Port of New Orleans Napoleon Terminal is nearly doubling in size, with 4 new gantry cranes being installed and over $100 million being invested. That means lots of new jobs, port traffic, and tax dollars for the city. The Port of New Orleans, your port.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralocks, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralocks technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen.
Young's Dry Cleaning, with 2 walk-up locations with personal service. Young's on Claiborne and Young's on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview. Young's Dry Cleaning. Call 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
Louisiana is unique. The food, the festivals, even the bugs. No, not mud bugs. Unwanted bugs like these. The ones you don't want crawling in your home or business. Trust the Shield from J&J Exterminating. We've been protecting Louisiana homes for over 50 years, earning the trust of our clients because we deliver what we promise. Protect your home from pests. Get the Shield from J&J Exterminating.
J&J Exterminating. Yeah.
Come to Fausto's Italian Bistro. Age-old Italian recipes like the calamari fritti or spaghetti and meatballs. Lunch Monday to Friday, dinner Monday to Saturday. 530 Vets, a block before Dorignax. Fausto's Italian Bistro. For over 30 years, one of the premier security companies in New Orleans and South Louisiana has been Tommy's Lock and Alarms. And right now, Tommy's Lock and Alarms is hiring. Come and work for one of the best security companies in the region with great pay, great benefits, and a take-home vehicle. Tommy's Lock and Alarms is hiring, and they're looking for you. To apply for one of these coveted positions, go online to Tommy'sLockandAlarms.com. Tommy's Lock and Alarms.
Super discount store in Chalmette.
3235 Paris Road.
The lowest price allowed by Louisiana law on wine, alcohol, and beer.
Worth the drive from anywhere.
If you're throwing a party and need wine, alcohol, and cold beer, Super discount store in Chalmette.
The city's premier day spa experience is at the Woodhouse Day Spa with 4 area locations: New Orleans, Slidell, Baton Rouge, and Metairie. A day of relaxation is just moments away at the Woodhouse Day Spa. NOLA.woodhousespas.com.
Yeah, you right. Crescent City and beyond. Corey Johnson back at you on a Monday afternoon. What's up, New Orleans? Yeah, I got a $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate or 2 to give away. The old Lakefront Airport, it was named after someone. Who was the old Lakefront Airport named after? Give me the answer to that. $50 big bucks is yours. And then why is it not named after that person anymore? Why was the name changed? Give me the answer to that. 50 big bucks at the Woodhouse Day Spa is yours. Rouse's Market's phone lines are open. 504-766-9480. 504-766-9480. Unbelievable. Like big time? 504-766-9480. Thanks so much for joining us on radio, on television, on YouTube. Yeah, we're at YouTube Live. Old Lakefront Airport. Who was it named after? 766-9480. And why did they change the name? 2 different questions, 2 different $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificates available. 504-766-9480. Yeah, Joe Raspanti joined us last hour. He's been joining us a lot lately. He'll probably continue to join us for about another week or so. It is week number 2, day 6 of the Jason Williams federal tax fraud trial. Today, an IRS guy, a Treasury person, couple of feds taking the stand, trying to prove the prosecution's point. The defense trying to discredit or at least leave a major amount of doubt in the juror's mind. I think Joe Raspanti brought up a really good point. I'm in agreement with him. The tax preparer for Jason Williams, Henry Timothy, that witness was probably not beneficial for the feds, and maybe Jason Williams won that. And it kind of splits the 10 counts almost in half. Conspiracy to defraud the government, 1 count. Tax fraud, 5 counts. Those 6 counts, Henry Timothy's testimony was big. 4 counts, failing to file cash payment forms, having the IRS guy on, the Treasury guy, also a former professor of Jason Williams. When Jason Williams was like in law school, like, shouldn't he know about cash filings? And these are like simple, obvious things for an attorney. Apparently, that's what the prosecution's trying to prove, at least. Anyway, the trial continues. Those cash payments, I think that's Jason Williams' biggest hurdle to get over. Rouse's Markets phone lines, 504-766-9480. If you missed Joe Raspanti, you can check it out. That was last hour, around 4:20. You can check it out on YouTube, Anchor, iTunes, Spotify. 53 years ago, I was talking about this last week, man landing on the moon. Buzz Aldrin's jacket is being auctioned. His like flight jacket, I guess, that he wore in the, not on the moon, but well, I guess maybe it was on the moon. Maybe it was. I don't know. It's being auctioned. I'll try to find out the details on that. I think that auction went down today, and you know, someone's going to step up, some multi-billionaire, not someone rich, someone wealthy, and put up an insane dollar amount for that. Plenty of students are apparently missing class in Orleans Parish Public Schools. It's leading to a lot of juvenile crime, elementary school, middle school, especially middle and high school students. Not a lot of things in place to make sure the students are showing up. A shooting at 7 a.m. Sunday morning on Bourbon Street. How is it possible that a talk radio and talk television show host is the single only individual ever, never anyone else at any time ever broaching this subject? Hey, let's totally 110% abandon this model we have for Bourbon Street and fully embrace a reimagining of Bourbon Street. Fade out the strip joints, fade out the daiquiri shops, fade out the crappy trinket stores selling nothing that represents New Orleans at all. Fade out the mostly cash street that's full of drugs and prostitution and people urinating on historic buildings and throwing up in the street. It's a joke. There's nothing beneficial for the city with Bourbon Street. Nothing. I think it's more of a burden than a benefit. What do you think the per head, I was mentioned last hour, Buckee's is coming to Mississippi. When the family of four gets out the car and walks in that place, they spend 90 minutes in there. They know exactly. It's $42 a head. Every person that walks in a Buckee's, they average it out. That's $28 a head. It's $32 a head. They know. Bourbon Street, what do you think the dollar per head is? $17, something stupid, a waste of time. Some dude and his girlfriend driving in from somewhere around the region, parking the truck, walking to Bourbon Street, going up and down the street for a few hours, getting in the truck and going home, drinking a daiquiri. Nothing, no money being spent, no tax dollars. Worse, the regulars. First off, no locals go to Bourbon Street. Name me someone, Corey, I'm a local, I love going down to Bourbon Street. That person does not exist. You got deviant types. Hey, dude, I like going to strip joints. I spend a lot of money with strip joints. I like drugs and hookers. You got that. You got that element on Bourbon Street. You got people with vices and problems on Bourbon Street. And look, I'm not saying like anti-strip joint. I'm not pro-strip joint. It's like a sin thing. It's like alcohol or cigarettes, whatever. But just there's a proliferation of them. They're not that great. They're not classy. There's nothing great about them. Bourbon Street is a 110% disaster. It's not worth the trouble. We don't benefit from it. That first block, how bad is that first block, that dark, dank block? Three-wheelers cranking up music, just the smell of weed just blowing down the street. It's obnoxious. I walked to Irene's farther down, like coming off Decatur, coming up like Iberville, and just reeks of weed on the street. I don't give a crap if you smoke weed or not. Just having it reek on the street. I mean, mom, dad coming through, grandma, tourists from somewhere else that have money that are going to go to Royal Street and buy antiques. They got to deal with that. The loud music and the kid banging on the 5-gallon, Home Depot bucket, Lowe's bucket. I mean, some of that's not a problem. Some of it is a major problem. Bourbon Street, no locals go there. No locals ever there for a reason. It's terrible. It truly is a toilet. Sunday morning, 7 a.m., another man shot. Can't even protect the French Quarter. I mean, LaToya the Destroyer, come on. Can't even protect the French Quarter, our number one asset. We lose the quarter, we lose tourism, we lose conventions. We lose the city. It is the heart and soul of our city. And we treat it like a toilet. Let's reimagine Bourbon Street. It can be a nice place where we'd want to go. That will complement Royal Street. Royal Street puts fencing on the doors and windows and shuts down at 6 p.m. because of Bourbon Street. Don't want a brick thrown through the window. Instead, Royal Street should be open till midnight, 1, 2 a.m., with tourists going up and down it, lit up bright, side streets connecting Bourbon and Royal lit up bright, lots of money, instead of $18 a head, $180 a head, $1,800 a head. Just reinvent Bourbon Street. Make it where locals would want to go. Jazz clubs, music clubs, art galleries, cafes, and restaurants spilling out into the street, outdoor dining. Lit up, police presence, safe, nice, plush. I'm not saying, hey, we got to eliminate all the drunks. I remember a great line. Somebody was complaining about all the drunks in the French Quarter. What are you going to complain about next? Animals in the zoo? I'm not trying to get that image 100%. The Quarter's always going to have bars, restaurants, and drunks. Just doesn't have to be a toilet, especially Bourbon Street. I tell people from out of town, they're like, dude, do I need to go see Bourbon Street? First time in New Orleans. I'm like, you can walk down it for about 10 minutes. Maybe walk 2 or 3 blocks up and cut over to Royal Street. That's a better street. I recommend Frenchman Street for a night. Go to Oak Street and, get caught up in the Oak Street Triangle there, the Bermuda Triangle of Oak Street, Giacomo's, Maple Leaf, and Frenchie's Gallery. That's more New Orleans than anything. Bourbon Street has nothing New Orleans on it. Big-ass beers. Did I mention it's a toilet? Anyway, time to reimagine Bourbon Street, but another shooting 7 a.m. Sunday morning. Had one in June, had one in March. No, it's going to scare folks off. Who goes to Bourbon Street? 766-9480. 766-9480. Rouse's Markets phone lines. 766-9480. Anyone go to Bourbon Street for anything? 766-9480. Hey, not one, but 2 $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificates available. Old Lakefront Airport. What was the old name of the Lakefront Airport? And a second Woodhouse Day Spa trivia question. Why did they get rid of that name? Rouse's Markets phone lines 504-766-9480. I love my eyeglasses from Art and Eyes on Magazine. Now, I got to wear glasses all the time. I wear prescription glasses. Why would I go get 2 pairs for $79, some cheap made in China garbage, when these things are on my face? I mean, you want to look your best, right? Go to Art and Eyes. Quality eyewear you'll find nowhere else. World-class designers. Frames from France, Belgium, Japan, Germany, the United States. The best available anywhere. This is a boutique you'd find in like Paris or New York, San Francisco. It's been in New Orleans a decade. It took me 9 years in to discover it. I wasted 9 years wearing Luxottica Chinese-made garbage sunglasses. All the name brands you think are good aren't. Oakley, Ray-Ban, Persol, Oliver Peoples, Polo, like 40 name brands. They're all Chinese garbage, mafia-owned. Look up Luxottica. Do some research on Luxottica. They've monopolized the eyewear market and have downgraded it. I used to wear Oakleys, Ray-Bans, and Persols when they were all made in Italy or high quality made in the United States. Now it's Chinese garbage. You want to wear that? Go to the mall, go to the franchise store. They got you covered. 2 pairs of glasses for $79, you're set. Put that garbage on your face. I mean, the Chinese screwed up sheetrock for us. Who knows what they do with their eyewear? You'll be blown away if you like glasses. You wear prescription glasses. You need a great pair of sunglasses. Maybe you like wearing glasses, as a style statement, fashion statement. Art and Eyes on Magazine, Riverside a magazine, in between Napoleon and Louisiana. Art and Eyes. Google them. Website's a little long. Art and Eyes, NewOrleansLA.com. Art and Eyes, NewOrleansLA.com. What a great place. Incredible eyewear. What a bummer. Paulie Cicero in Goodfellas. Paul Sorvino in real life. He was on Law and Order. Passed away, 83 years old. That Paulie Cicero in Goodfellas. Goodfellas, I wish I could just erase it out of my brain and start from scratch again. watch it fresh and new. Seen it so many times. It's like Godfather. The only good thing, I guess, is they do pull it away. It's not like always ready, available. And I'm old school. I'm not going to go on YouTube or go on even my TV and pull it up. I just watch it when it pops up, and usually just for a few minutes. But I watched all of Patton last night. Patton popped up. I just happened to be flipping through the channels, and it was George C. Scott in front of the American flag at the beginning of the movie, and I watched the entire 2 hours and 52 minutes of Patton last night. That's a good movie. I paused it and went and did stuff and all that kind of thing, but checked out Patton. Rouse's Markets phone lines, 504-766-9480. Speaking of last night, threw down some coals, grilled, little shish kebab. Rouse's Markets taking care of me. There's a Rouse's Market in your neighborhood, or there's one near your neighborhood. Rouse's Markets tastes like home. No, they got you covered at Rouse's. Quality, selection, price. And I've been mentioning those Rouse's labeled items. High quality at about half the price. Rouse's Markets tastes like home. Corey Johnson with you on a Monday. Jason Williams trial day 6. Joe Raspanti joined us last hour. IRS guy testifying, Treasury guy testifying. Also, one of Jason Williams' former law teachers, I believe, law professors, saying, did you teach about cash and, basically cash payments, and should you know how to fill out forms? I think his ex-wife, that was good testimony for the feds, bad testimony for Jason Williams, just dealing in cash all the time, requesting it from clients, cash in safes at home and at the office, lots of cash. I just go to the office, open up the safe, take cash out and go shopping. Not good, not documented. Not documented. That's going to be the biggest hurdle, I think, for Jason Williams, from what I can gather. The undocumented cash, failing to file cash payment forms, 4 counts of that. More so than the tax fraud part. Because the tax attorney was terrible. Terrible witness. Corey Johnson with you. Hey, later in the week, J.P. Morrell will be with us. He's going to join us on Wednesday. J.P. Morrell and Helena Moreno introducing an ordinance limiting elected officials to $1,000 on non-essential trips. Non-essential trips, can you say, Mayor Cantrell? Non-essential trips include carnivals, festivals, receptions, concerts, graduations, sister city agreements, like that, to come up with the list. And the mayor will try to circumvent this list. Y'all didn't say anything about balloon rides, y'all. It's going to be just something insane like that. I mean, you remember C. Ray Nagin when he got busted for, not breaking the law, but just unethical, immoral, petty, low class, just no honor. Putting city meals on the city credit card when it's him and his wife. And he'd say, someone walks up and starts talking to me. Hey, Mr. Mayor, starts talking to me about city business. That becomes a city business meal. It's like, really, dude? You're the mayor. People are going to come up to you all the time and say hello to you. That's how you justified it? Just no honor, no integrity, no ethics. That's this mayor. Just kind of low, just petty, cheesy. Let me abuse the city credit card on meals that I normally wouldn't eat because I can't afford them. Like most of us can't go out and eat at these high-end restaurants all the time. The mayor does all the time. No, it's obnoxious. And these trips, the same mentality. What can I get away with? It was like when she was a council person using that city credit card as her own personal line of credit. In some states, cities, municipalities, it is against the law. Here, it's just unethical, and the ethics board has no teeth. It's Louisiana Ethics Board. That's a oxymoron. Louisiana Ethics Board. So ridiculous. Anyway, I love this ordinance, non-essential trips. The mayor has spent over $100,000 so far this year on, I don't know, about 6 to 8 trips. Let's call it 8 trips in 6-7 months. 8 trips. So every 3-4 weeks she goes somewhere. She spent over $100,000. So what's that? About 12,000-15,000 a trip. This would limit it to 1,000. So instead of city taxpayers on the hook for over $100,000 in vacation for the mayor, we'd be on the hook for like $6, $7, $8,000 in vacation for the mayor. And that sucks enough, taking city money for vacation. But at least it would be capped at, 10, 12 times less, $6, $8,000 instead of $100,000 plus. She was at $80K plus before the Switzerland trip, before the France junket. Sister city agreements. No, that was great legislation, ordinance by J.P. Morrell and Helena Moreno. They're going to tweak it, and hopefully it gets passed before the mayor heads on her next junket, which we won't find out about until the plane's already left the building. I give credit to NOLA.com. Last article they had criticizing the mayor's junkets, they mentioned a paragraph was kind of, dedicated to why is the press release, the media release, always after the plane's already left the building? Why can't these trips be announced before the trip takes place? And we all know the simple answer to this. We're like fools in New Orleans and Louisiana. The trip's not announced beforehand because there'd be outrage, even from our lame asses in New Orleans. There'd be outrage where the trip would be forced to be canceled. Too many people would be like, there's crime, there's 3-year-old got shot, and you're going to go party on the French Riviera. It would be canceled. The mayor knows it. She's taken a playbook out the Ray Nagin book. He used to do the same thing. Announce the junket after the planes left the building. Plus, think about this. There are other people that go on these junkets. So the mayor has a meeting sitting at the head of a table. There are people with her. Could be 5 people, 10 people, 12 people. And then they throw out a slideshow or something, some kind of presentation. And they say, this is where we're going, Havana or Switzerland or France. And then the final thing is, all right, everyone, that's going to be in 6 weeks. Hey, if any of y'all don't want to go on the trip, just mention this to someone outside this room. Because if it gets out, it'll get thrown out to the media. It'll get thrown out to the public. There'll be outrage, and this trip will be canceled. So if you want to go on this junket, this city finance trip, you better shut up and not tell anyone about it. That's one of the key parts of this whole scam. So I love this ordinance limiting elected officials to $1,000 on non-essential trips, which include carnivals, festivals, receptions, concerts, graduations, and yes, you guessed it, sister city agreements. We'll have J.P. Morrell on the show on Wednesday. Hey, on Thursday, Ghassan Corban's going to join us. He runs the Sewage and Water Board. We'll find out what's going on with that guy. One of the few things I like about the mayor, she could have just 110% sold out, totally embraced herself, and it could have just been strictly a black administration, strictly female. The mayor's got a lot of white men. Ghassan Corban's Indian or Pakistani. He's from Milwaukee. Some of her folks are from like Arizona, Texas. I mean, I respect the mayor for not doing the Cedric Grant appointed, anointed, lifetime jokers that Mitch Landrieu had a lot of appointed, anointed jokers. I'm sure LaToya the Destroyer does. But the bigwigs in her staff, like the guy running the Sewage and Water Board, Ghassan Corban, who we're going to have on Thursday, actually is qualified to run the Sewage and Water Board. Cedric Grant, Mitch Landrieu's guy, is not. I've told this story before. I'm riding my bike by the Lafitte Greenway. I'm by that pool by Claiborne Avenue. I stop to get some water, reading the plaque. It's like 1991. The pool was dedicated. Mark Morial, mayor. Cedric Grant's part of the administration back in 91. I'm like, that's 30 years ago. Cedric Grant is an anointed, appointed hack, a clown, has a resume that's blank. But you know what he pulls in retirement? $180K a year, taxpayer financed, because that pension isn't sustainable. We have to subsidize it. So that joker, appointed, anointed hack, clown, not qualified for anything, makes $180,000 a year in retirement off of the backs of New Orleanians. Just something wrong with that. So I give the mayor credit. Not a lot of anointed, appointed hacks like Cedric Grant. Cedric Grant, what a joker. Running the sewage and water board. And what are your qualifications? None. Zero. Anointed, appointed hacks. All right, let me tell you something positive. Get you in a good mood. Katie's in Mid-City. Iberville, corner Telemachus. Right off Canal Street. Right off Bienville. Off Carrollton. Off Doc Francis Parkway. You know where, in Mid-City. The quintessential New Orleans neighborhood restaurant. A true taste of New Orleans with big portions that you can share. Hey, you folks out in Harahan, how about the Katie's of Harahan? Bienvenue. Bringing a little Mid-City New Orleans flavor to Hickory Avenue. Katie's in Mid-City. Bienvenue in Harahan. Make one of those your dinner spot tonight.
Come on down to New Orleans' own Bourbon Street, the toilet of the Crescent City. Literally. Need to urinate? Pee right on one of the historic buildings. Need to vomit? It's okay. Throw up right in the street. Bourbon Street. Prostitution, drugs, strip joints, daiquiri shops, and trinket stores. The toilet of the Crescent City. Come on down. It's Bourbon Street.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Interlocks, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Interlocks technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Interlocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Greater New Orleans, a destination for learning. With 13 colleges and universities and a booming job market, Greater New Orleans is the ultimate destination for your higher education. Your path to the future begins in Greater New Orleans. Find out more at studynola.com.
River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
When you think of Fury's restaurant in Metairie, you think about the freshest local seafood anywhere. Shrimp, oysters, speckled trout, flounder, snapper, soft shells, crawfish. Fury's restaurant in Metairie.
The Woodhouse Day Spa, the premier day spa experience, is now more convenient than ever. Now open, the Woodhouse Day Spa, Metairie location, West Esplanade at Transcontinental. Metairie and Kenner's premier day spa experience is at the Woodhouse Day Spa.
Louisiana is unique. The food, the festivals, even the bugs. No, not mud bugs. Unwanted bugs like these. The ones you don't want crawling in your home or business. Trust the Shield from J&J Exterminating. We've been protecting Louisiana homes for over 50 years, earning the trust of our clients because we deliver what we promise. Protect your home from pests. Get the Shield from J&J Exterminating.
J&J Exterminating. Yeah.
The Port of New Orleans Napoleon Terminal is nearly doubling in size, with 4 new gantry cranes being installed and over $100 million being invested. That means lots of new jobs, port traffic, and tax dollars for the city. The Port of New Orleans, your port.
At Home Paint and Decorating, our paints are in it for the long haul. In fact, our top Benjamin Moore exterior paints come with a lifetime warranty. Not 25 years, not 50 years, we mean forever. You heard right. At Helm Paint, our top exterior paints have a lifetime warranty against chipping, peeling, and flaking. They also are mildew resistant. Imagine painting your home one time and being done with it. Visit any one of our locations today and make that once-in-a-lifetime purchase. Paint that has a lifetime warranty. Helm Paint and Benjamin Moore. Let us steer you in the right direction.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes, a magazine as unique as you.
Rouse's, New Orleans grocery store. Rouse's has the only full-service grocery stores both in the French Quarter on Royal Street and in the CBD on Baronne in the old Sewell Cadillac building. The Rouse's on the river, Tchoupitoulas at Napoleon, is in a century-old warehouse. And uptown on Ferret at the corner of Valence is Rouse's all-new boutique store. With 7 locations in Orleans Parish, Rouse's is New Orleans grocery store. Rouse's Markets. Taste like home.
My Sittu, that's Arabic for grandmother, used to make the best football kibbe. You can experience kibbe just like my grandmother used to make, and so many other Middle Eastern favorites on the streetcar line, Lebanon's Cafe.
Tommy's Lock and Alarms is now hiring service and installation technicians. Great benefits, great pay, take-home vehicle. Apply today. Tommy'sLockandAlarms.com.
Helm Paint and Decorating has 7 locations in the metro area. Their new West Bank location, New Orleans, Metairie, Kenner, Mandeville, Hammond, all over Metro New Orleans, plus free 2-hour delivery. You can do it all online. They'll bring it right to you, so you don't have to stop working. They've been at it since late 69, 1970, over 50 years. Local people you know and trust. When you got to paint in Metro New Orleans, why would you even think about going anywhere else? It makes no sense. You go to Helm. Do it once, do it right, let them steer you in the right direction. Helm Paint and Decorating. I love those guys. I just painted my house, had my crew take off the aluminum siding, painted the entire outside. Lifetime paint from Benjamin Moore from Helm Paint and Decorating. Had the sheetrock guy over today, finishing up some sheetrock. But Jason, I told him, I was like, dude, just put the sheetrock in and tape it and float it, but no sanding, because I got to sand the floor and I want him to paint the inside of the house. I want to do all that at once, not this sand the sheetrock and then, and I'm going to paint later and sand the floor in 6 months. So, but I'll go get the paint when it's time to paint the interior from Helm Paint and Decorating. I'll just send my guys over to Earhart. That's what I did when I painted my house. They went to the drive-through, hey, pick it up for Corey, and they just loaded it in. Did it all with the credit card. It's too easy. And pros you know and like. New Orleanians you know and like. Bummer, Goodfellas actor Paulie Cicero. Paul Sorvino in real life. Cutting the garlic with the razor when he was in jail. You got time to do that. Cutting the garlic with the razor. So thin it melted in the plate. It was a great technique. I think he used too many onions, though. How many onions? Just 2 onions. 83-year-old Paulie Cicero. Oh, good. Bread. Oh, white wine and red. Okay, we're ready to eat. From Goodfellas, passing away. Law and Order, also on Law and Order, and a bunch of other stuff. 50 years in show business. Paul Sorvino, passing away. Paulie Cicero. Goodfellas. Goodfellas has to be, I don't know where you rank it. It's got to be, this is kind of silly. They're probably 25 top 10 movies, but it's a top 10. I'm going to put Godfather 1 and 2 ahead of it, but Goodfellas is more a modern day version, a real story. Henry Hill, it's fascinating as hell. But we in America are definitely fascinated with mob and that type of stuff. Violence. Apparently, a truancy problem in the Orleans Parish public school system, which is causing a violent crime problem with a lot of youths, a lot of middle school and high school kids. Plenty of students missing class in Orleans Parish public schools. The destroyer not doing a thing about it. How about reimagining Bourbon Street already? Sunday morning, about 7 a.m. Sunday morning, when like the tourists that don't drink all that much are getting out and trying to enjoy the city before the heat. Walk around 7 a.m. Some have probably been out already an hour. Hearing gunshots. Someone shot on Bourbon Street. Going with the March shooting on Bourbon Street, the June shooting on Bourbon Street, July shooting on Bourbon Street. We lose Bourbon Street. We lose the French Quarter. We lose tourists and conventions. We lose the city. Simple as that. And it's sinful how we allow Bourbon Street to be what it is. Worthless. There's a reason we don't go down there where locals don't go. It's garbage. Let's reimagine Bourbon Street already. Ridiculous. JP Morrell's going to join us on the program Wednesday. Fired up about that. Helena Moreno and JP Morrell, it's sad, have to introduce an ordinance because you have folks that are unethical, immoral, just low standards, petty, cheap, tight, just trying to get away with something. And everyone knows it. And it's overt and it's obnoxious. JP Morrell, Helena Moreno introduce an ordinance limiting elected officials in New Orleans to $1,000 on non-essential trips. Still going to give them $1,000 to go to the junket. LaToya Cantrell's favorite activity, junkets. Vacations for her that don't benefit the city at all. Not a dollar brought in, not a job created. Zero. It's an overt, blatant junket. If it weren't, the mayor would announce it in advance. Hey, y'all, we're heading to Skåne, Switzerland, sister city agreement, going to help the economy. Who would have some reason to justify it, could announce it in advance, and no one would complain. Hey, y'all, I know it's only 3 weeks later, but we're doing that great sister city thing again. This time we're going to France, the French Riviera. If it brought in jobs, brought in money, no one would complain. But it's the opposite. It's a mayor who's just, we've got so many cheesy, petty people. I don't know who was the starter of this. Edwin Edwards, Bill Jefferson, Mark Morial, Huey Long, I don't know. But it is a bad habit, and it is a bad standard, and we allow it, the citizens. It's pathetic. We elect jokers, we elect characters instead of people with character. And is it against the law? It should be. Is it against the law what the mayor's doing? No. But it's just low rate, it's unethical, it's immoral, no honor. No integrity. It's pathetic. It's pathetic, these junkets, these free meals on the city credit card. Just shows you the kind of person the mayor is. It's not the kind of person you want your daughter to grow up and be like or your son to marry. Just pathetic, petty, and embarrassing. Got to put an ordinance out there that caps these non-essential trips at $1,000, and then you got to list the non-essential trips. Festivals, carnivals, receptions, concerts, graduations, sister city agreements. There's a bunch more they better put on the list because the mayor's going to try to circumvent the list and go on her next junket. No, good job, J.P. Morrell and Helena Moreno. I didn't like J.P. Morrell voting against using the police getting to use the tech, and I didn't like Helena Moreno not